Oh, oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. So coming back to JavaScript's arrays, okay,
Yeah.
okay. So arrays, you have already seen. I mean, in Apex also, uh, it is collection of same kind of elements. It can be array of strings, array of integers, or you have seen array of objects also in Apex. The primary part which we have to discuss is the method which we will be using in LWC for arrays. So let's start with basic array. This is array of objects. Okay. Sorry, array of integers. Let's say 14, 29, 31. Okay. So 2 to 3 methods are there which are very important. Maybe we may encounter more methods when we will be doing real-time scenario in LWC. Then we can discuss them also with real examples. Okay. So
Okay.
the first one is filter method.
Okay.
Now, what does this filter method do? It returns a new array with elements which satisfies the condition. Two things there are. One is it will either return a new array or it either method will either make the modification in the current array. Okay. So filter method what it does is returns a new array. Okay. Which by specifying with elements which specify not specify which follows satisfies to be perfect which satisfies the mentioned filter condition. Okay, let's say what we want is a new array with the integer with the elements whose value is greater than let's say 14 15. Okay, so we want a new array whose value is greater than whose all the elements value is greater than 15. Okay, so what is the format? So this is our array for now. Let's give it let also. Okay, so what now I want is a new array, so I'll create a new array. Okay, and I have to use, I mentioned method. Okay, so how do we use a method ahead of any variable?
Array.
Array dot that method name. And what is the method name in our case? It is a filter. Okay. Now, what does this filter accept? Filter accepts an asynchronous function, or we can say fat arrow function. Okay. So it accepts a fat arrow function.
Mhm.
Now, what is the syntax of fat arrow? Fat arrow function. If we have to write, remember?
No, sir.
Forgot.
So which array?
No. This
Acha.
this syntax. This syntax. Remember, na?
Okay, yeah. That I know. That I know.
Okay. So
Yeah.
since name we don't have to give, we will
Mhm.
start with here. Okay. Name is given when we want to assign the value. We want to return something. Okay. So we will start
So
with here.
mhm.
So braces
Then
is equal to
array function.
arrow
Arrow function.
and and
Uh, equal
curly
to
braces.
चलिए हाँ.
Correct. इसमें
Yeah.
हम we usually give a definition. Okay. And inside this we pass our parameters. Okay.
Okay.
So this is the basic structure. Let me copy it somewhere else also for you. So this you have to remember. This will be used when we will be learning promises. Okay. And async await. Okay. And you can see that this is being utilized in arrays also. Okay. So once again,
So basically we call
because
the
this
arrow
is,
function, na? Arrow function, na?
yes,
What would
basically we have to pass this arrow function inside the methods of arrays. Okay.
okay.
So again, the braces is equal to fat arrow function, fat arrow, and then our definition. Okay. So if you will analyze this thing, na, your life will become easy while you're working with JavaScript. Okay. Otherwise, people remain confused what is happening here, okay, because they get scared with this syntax, okay. So it is nothing, it is just a method, and method is of the type this. Every method is of the type this two bases, okay. We just have to pass the fat arrow function. Let's do it again.
Okay.
Okay, clear?
Okay.
Okay, so now let's come back to our task. Okay, so this array will return a new array after using this method, which we will be saving in this new array variable. Okay, and it accepts filter method accepts a fat arrow function. Now what we want is, since I'm using this array name, I want each element starting from the very first element to come inside this method, filter method, check if it is less than 15. If it is, sorry, greater than 15, if it is satisfying that condition, it should return that element to my new array. Okay. Now, what is the syntax? This fat arrow will accept one parameter. We can give it any random name. Let's give it X. Okay. Now, what will this X do? It will pick one element at a time from that array.
Okay.
Okay. One element at a time from that array. And where do we write our logic? Inside these curly braces. What was our logic? That element should be greater than
15.
Correct. So that's all. Our new array will be built. Okay. So one new word I will be adding here. This was my function, fat arrow function, but we call it as a callback function.
Yeah.
In this case,
I've heard this.
you
Yes.
must have heard this before also.
Yeah.
Correct. So this is a callback function. This we will be using in promises also. Okay. So promises is nothing typical. I mean, usually people say we don't understand promises at all. Okay. They get their morale down by learning promises. I have seen that. Okay. So that's why I don't prefer it to teach promises at the very beginning, because you will say, what is the logic behind this? Okay. So we will see the real-time example of promises and async await. So yes, there also we will be using this fat arrow method, and basically this method is a callback method or callback function. Why I'm adding this callback? You can analyze it well, because it is bringing one element at a time, again going back, again making a callback to our original array, and taking the next element, the next. Okay. If it is satisfying, X is satisfying the condition here. X is what here in the first case 12. No, it is not satisfying. It is not pushed to our array. Okay. Next, it is picking next element 23. Yes, it is satisfied. It will throw the element to this array. Similarly, it will create new array. Let's now print the array also. Console.log. Okay. And new array. Let's see. Why is it printing blank? Oh, any idea why is it printing blank? Though I mentioned the solution at the beginning also. I myself forgot.
Greater than 15, and it should have one value console new.
Can you come again? Your voice is not clear.
So x values should be greater than 15. So console.
So 23 should be added.
Yeah. I'm looking at on the system. Greater than 15. Console log new array.
Let's recall Apex. In Apex, when we are in a class, we have one method there. Okay. So how do you describe a method in Apex? What is the syntax for that? Public, static, remember?
Yeah. Like
what do we
like in a method basically decide the characteristics of the class. Okay. And for that we are like static, like public static. We use the public static class, like you're talking about that.
So what is the format? Public, static, then
void.
Now what is the purpose of void?
Non-return type. Returns non-return type.
Correct. So if we want to return something, in that case, let's say public static, if we weren't going to use void, we were going to use a string or a list of string, then it was mandatory to use the return statement also.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So here we forgot to write the return statement. If we won't write a return statement, how will we be able to return something from an array? Sorry,
Yeah.
what? Correct? Method, sorry. Okay, so this is a method of function. Okay, so we want to return some value from that function. So we have to use a return statement. Now it is printing that new array.
Yeah. So
Okay, clear?
yeah.
So this was our filter method. See, these 3-4 methods are very important, will be used multiple times in LWC. Okay.
Yeah.
Though there are, I think, 7, 8, 9 methods in arrays, but we need not to use everything there. 2, 3 methods will solve our problem. Okay. Next coming. Okay. Next method is our, I'll remove this, find method. Okay. So ultimately we are going to use find here. Okay. Let's first see what is find. So it returns the first element which matches the condition. Okay. That means it has given us the answer also. Okay. We need not change anything. So it is not returning us an array. It is just returning us the very first element. If it will be a
First
string,
element that is greater than 15 should return the
correct.
value. Suppose there is a
Correct.
31 written in place of 23, they will be written 31, right?
Correct.
31? Yeah.
32 I have written, it will return me 32.
Okay, understood.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, okay, it was very quick. So, point is, it doesn't return an array, number one. Number two, what actually it is doing?
Returning the first one.
Returning the very first element
That satisfies the condition.
array which satisfies the condition.
Yeah.
Okay. And the answer is in front of us. Same thing, return statement. It is mentioned here also, returning. So we are returning the very first element from the array.
Yeah.
Going next. Next and the last method which we will be seeing is map method. Okay. So now what does it do? So map, basically what we do is it returns again an array, first of all.
Whether it is similar to the Apex one?
Map, no. Oh yeah, I mean some role, yes. So if we use the word map, that means some key value pair we are discussing. Okay. So let's do one thing and learn one new thing. This is array of integer, correct?
Integer. Yeah.
Now let's make array of objects. Okay. So same thing, name. No. I mean, we have already given the array name. Need not to give the object. We will
name
elaborate the, yes. So name Akshay. Okay. And then we will write age 24. Okay. So as I said, array of objects. Okay. That means it won't have only one object. It can have multiple objects. So let's give it name. Okay. And age 29. Okay. But let's define one more so that our solution is clearly visible to us. Age is 28. Okay. So what it does is it returns us only the keys of those it helps us making the keys basically. I mean, what are the keys here? Name, name की key क्या है? Sorry, value क्या है?
Akshay.
Akshay. Okay. So if we want particular values, we will let's straightforwardly. I mean, you can give the definition as per your wish. Let me show you what it returns.
Yeah.
It is again returning an array. Okay. And it is returning keys basically of the condition we mentioned.
Okay.
Okay. So somebody says key, somebody says value. I mean, you can give definition according to you. Suppose what we want is list of all the names which are greater than, whose age is greater than 26. Okay. So first element, the syntax remains same. I will be just replacing it with map. Okay. Now, what will be my X in this case first?
X in the first case. I think it should be taking map key, right? So it should be name.
No, it will pick my first element like we were doing earlier. My first element is my complete object.
Okay.
Agree. Earlier I was having 12, 24, 32. So it was bringing me 12. The first element there was 12. In this case, what is there? My entire first object. Okay. So let's say I'm not mentioning any condition. I will be mentioning, let's say, X dot name. I want array with all the names. Okay. So it is displaying me this value. So you can say it is returning me keys, or you can say it is returning me values, whatever way you feel like. Basically, whatever. What is your understanding here? What is it returning to you?
For me, it's basically returning a key.
Correct. So because see, I am using the key here, but ultimately these are all values. Okay. So I mean, anybody can use any thing which they prefer. Okay, but you can read over Google. Over Google also everybody will say different things. So I am mentioning my key here, but ultimately it is returning me the values.
Yeah, we can add we can mentioning the key in the code itself, and it's returning the value.
Correct. So you can join these two statements also. I mean, as per your convenience. Okay. So let's say let's replace the age. I want to return X dot age is greater than 28. So 27.
Okay.
So it is now returning me the ages. But in which format? Boolean format.
Boolean format.
So it is checking is my first object following this thing? Is the age greater than 27? No, it is giving false. Second one, it is checking, because here we have put the condition.
Exactly.
Correct. Earlier we were just returning it. Let's say if I want to return all the ages. So it is returning me all the array with the ages. If I put condition, it will return me Boolean parameters. Okay. Now, what is the difference between map and filter? Filter may we were getting, if we were putting any conditions, we were getting the element.
Yeah.
Correct. In this case, if we are putting the condition, we are getting the response. Is it true or is it false? Okay. So that's why we have map. Correct. So that's why map has many definitions. Okay. So you can return some answers also answered in the form of true or false, whether this condition is specified or not. Okay. Or if we want to return all the some values for particular key, then also you can use map. So map has multiple uses in JavaScript.